Well, Dr. John Temple is here today. He is a pediatric neurologist at Gundersen Health System, and we're going to talk today about concussions and also the effects of a concussion if it goes untreated. You know, it's a perfect time of the year to address this too, because lots of kids are starting to do those pre-concussion testings before they start a sport in the fall. So one of the things that we want to talk about is give us an idea of the numbers. How often are you seeing concussions in kids?
Well, we see quite a few concussion children in our practice. However, the numbers are about 19 football players per 100, and that's probably an underestimate. And in the Mississippi Valley Conference, there are at least one concussion kid every 30 to 35 days.
Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. And then in addition to that, you know, some people might wonder when it comes to concussions as well, there might be certain sports or certain athletes who are more prone to concussions. Do you know what those are?
Yes. The ones that are considered the collision sports, tackle football, ice hockey, wrestling, those tend to be the ones at greatest risk. But even the contact sports, basketball, gymnastics, cheerleading even, are considered collision sports, and those children are as well at risk.
All right, so what are some of the myths that go along with concussions, that people might just have their facts wrong?
Well, first of all, you don't need to have a loss of consciousness to have a concussion. In other words, you can have any neurologic change following an injury to your head. It could be mental fogginess, headache, vomiting, incoordination, confusion, loss of memory. Any of those things indicate a concussion. The second thing is that concussions don't require a direct blow to the brain or to the head to occur. It can be a simple whiplash injury or a rapid deceleration in midair, say two soccer players going up to head a ball at the same time. They may not hit heads, but they stop suddenly, and that can cause concussion. And the third is that the degree of post-concussion syndrome, the headache, the academic struggles, the inattention, is not always proportionate to what we used to call the severity of the concussion.
Okay, now we only have about 30 seconds left, and I wanted you to give people an idea of how you use those pre-concussion tests to help kids in the future as far as determining whether or not they have a concussion.
Well, the impact test, which is given to every participant in a collision sport in the Mississippi Valley Conference, gives a baseline function. And after a concussion, the trainer or the school or even we will perform follow-up testing and see how the scores have changed after the injury. The child should not return to sport or even to full activity until their scores are either at their baseline or very close to their baseline again.
All right, Dr. Temple, thanks so much for sharing that information with us too today.